Good morning and welcome to the 200th episode of Cindy's Kitchen. Welcome. If you are brand new, we are a cooking community. Yes, you're going to hear me say hello to people. Yes, you're going to hear a lot of chitty chat. 30 to 45 minutes every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. It's a big day today. We are celebrating 200 episodes. Woohoo! So welcome. Glad you're here. So, good morning, Alice. Good to see you. Do you like my hat? There we go. Thank you. Alyssa, hello. Katrina, Joanne. I'm all in blue today. Am I blue? I'm not blue. I'm excited. Woohoo! There you go. Hello, Diane and Jessica. Alyssa, it's so good to see you. Is your mom with you? I think, didn't she take you back to school? I thought. Hello, Janet and Linda Sue. I know the hat, right? It's something. It was the most celebratory hat I could find. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. I know I'm a party animal. Party all the time, party all the time. I know. So yesterday, thank you very much, Beverly. I appreciate it. Hi, Susan and Linda. Yesterday I had a comment from somebody who watched the show that said, is it a cooking show or a hello show? Because I guess she watched the first part. You know, I spend the first few minutes saying hello to everybody. Thank you, Joan. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Thank you, Janet. Thanks, Mom. Hello, Sandy and Vicki Ann. I know I'm all blue today. Even my cup. Oh, Kathleen from Illinois. Good to see you. Look, even my cup. Oh, that's a little bright. There you go. There you can see it. Everything is blue today. Thank you, Susan and Susan. I know, Susan. Long time no see. Claudia, good morning. Shelly, hello. Shelly and I went to high school together. I have to tell you, Linda Sue from Illinois. Shelly is one of the most beautiful people inside and out you will ever see. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous lady. Big heart, too. Good morning, Nina. Good to see you. Lori, thank you. I appreciate it. Julie from Northwest Houston. I know, can you believe 200 shows? Because you can tell Rob, if you remember, we did, for our 100th, we did his recipe for our 100th. So anyway, Lois Ann, good morning. You are so welcome. Thank you guys for all the happy shows. Thank you, Sandy. Hello, Darlene. Thank you. Hi, Linda Sue. We have to get going. I want to say hi to everybody. I know, Deb, right? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it, Shelly. Hey, Marcia. The family's good. Hubby's good. Everybody's good. Linda from Tyler, Texas. There you go. All right, we have a big meal today. I'm doing a complete meal. A complete meal because it's our dinner. It's our celebratory dinner. Good morning, Brenda. All right, so ready. Oh, there's Kimberly's watching us. Hello, Kimberly from Texas. So let us do coffee clinks, shall we? Shall we? Raise your coffee or your tea or your whatever water where you're drinking and let us do our coffee clinks. Cheers. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, I asked for assistance. I asked for ideas, and not very many of you helped. Naughty, naughty, naughty Cindy's Kitchen. But that's okay. A few of you did, gave me some great ideas, and so that's what we're cooking. The Kiwi Bistro. Lois, thank you, Carolyn. Lois Ann, I had the Kiwi Bistro. And when my daughter moved out, she took it with her. Not happy, just saying. Okay, let's get started. So, we're gonna start because I need to get dinner in the oven. It cooks the longest. We're doing what I've called my Nannie's sausage, sauerkraut, and potatoes. Thank you, Lisa. Now, my mother's mother, I called Nannie. That's what I called her. Hey, Keisha, thank you. Interestingly enough, my nanny's mother's name was Katie, which is my oldest daughter's name. And Katie, my great-grandmother's mother's name was Nannie. So we have, anyway, Not that anybody cares. Hey, Jamie, good to see you from OKC. Is it OKC or Edmond? I can never remember. Hey, Tommy. Heidi, thank you, and good luck on your Bible study with Awanas today. I know, good. All right, so let's get going. I went ahead, I'm only using 2 potatoes because I got these potatoes and they're huge. Huge, I tell you, big. And I kind of cheated and got lazy. These are big potatoes, but they're white potatoes instead of the russet potatoes. Why? There you go. I knew, Edmond and OKC. I got the white potatoes because I'm not gonna peel them. I just washed and now I'm just gonna cut them. If I do the russet, you don't have to peel, but you know, most of the time I do. That being said, they were huge. What is the price difference? Good morning, Kim and Carrie. Good to see you. Oh, Linda, I probably won't do another Bible study for a couple of months. Just gotta, you know, a little bit at a time. You're funny. All right, so I already cut up some of it. This is the other half. See how big these are? I just cut them in half, and now I'm going to do a very small dice. You can cut your potatoes up any way you like to cut your potatoes up. But what I'm gonna tell you is, I'm gonna tilt that down just a wee tad. What I'm gonna tell you is, for this show, because we have limited time, right? Because you're not gonna stay in my kitchen with me, and I don't like doing that thing where the time has elapsed, right? Darlene, the next one I do, you can join us. We just finished one before Christmas. We can say grace before we eat. There we go. Good morning from West Michigan, Diane. I'm buffering. Oh, that's bad. Oh no. All right, so I'm dicing this in a fairly small dice. And I'm doing it because I need this to cook in 30 minutes or less, right? Because we got to taste everything. I don't record shows because, you know, when you record I don't know. I like live. I like talking to everybody. Thank you, Deb. Now, what am I doing with all these taters that I've diced? My grandmother made these. Oh, I'm fine on your iPad. That's good. This hat is itchy. I'm just telling you. My grandmother made this recipe in a roasting pan. You know, the big roaster. Most of you have one, or your grandparents or your parents had one. And it was either black or blue with like little white dots, right? And it was the roaster pan. Why was it called that? I mean, when I grew up, it was because that's what roast got cooked in, right? You put your potatoes and carrots and onions and all that in there. Well, that's the way my grandmother made it. And so before I fell in love with Polish pottery, that's what I always used, was the roaster. Well, if you don't have beautiful Polish pottery, then go with the roaster or any baking dish. You can actually use any 9x13 that you have. We're gonna need to cover it. So I'm using this dish. This is a round oval baker and it has a lid. That's why I'm using this, because it has a lid. All right, so here's all my diced potatoes in here. You certainly could do this in a separate bowl, but I'm not gonna. Good morning, Mary Beth. Now, I do have one onion diced up. And now that I'm looking at it, that was a huge onion. I'm only gonna use half of it because really, there we go. All right, we have to season everything. So we're gonna do, hold on. I moved stuff. Here we go. We're gonna need salt. I know, isn't it a pretty dish? So we're gonna need salt. Potatoes need salt. I think they need a lot of salt. And I love pepper on my potatoes. So if you were doing maybe a teaspoon of each, all right? And then just because I need a little bit more, I'm gonna put some garlic powder. Now, I make this with fresh garlic. I make it with the roasted garlic, about a teaspoon of that as well. We're gonna need something to bring it all together to make all those spices stick, because you know, really, the potatoes. So we're just gonna put a little oil. Now, this is my olive oil. Thank you, Bess, I appreciate it. All right, so I'm gonna put maybe a tablespoon or 2 of oil in there, and then we just need to give it a toss. Danish batter whisk, because you can use it, not just with batter, I'm telling you. You could certainly put this in a bowl and mix it up first. I just didn't want to have to wash the bowl, right, when I can do it in here. This is a lot of potatoes. We like potatoes. All you folks from Oklahoma, when I lived in Oklahoma, now remember, we moved from Texas to Oklahoma and lived in Enid. And quite frankly, I was really amazed, not appalled, but amazed that everything is meat and potatoes in Oklahoma. We were, you know, we grew up with a garden and had vegetables all the time. So it was a little odd when we moved to Oklahoma. Thank you, Jan. Hi, Benita. Well, and I'm using my whisk now. So it was a little odd not to see very many veggies. Okay, so all I've done is I've kind of, can you see that? I've made a hole in the center of my taters. This is a lot of potatoes. Then the next thing we're gonna use is sausage. Now I just have, this one is a garlic flavored sausage and it's the store-bought brand. This says, just in case you're curious, smoked sausage made with pork and beef. Just saying. Any kind of, as a general rule, I use like a pulsa kielbasa, anything you like, okay? Now, the only thing I'm going to do, just to make this a little easier when we take it out, Northern Maine is a big potato growing area. Served practically every meal. Really? Oh my. Oh, Jamie, that's cool. I'm gonna take my knife and I'm just gonna do some cuts across my sausage. Now, I'm not gonna cut all the way through, just a little bit. And when I go to serve it, then it'll be a little easier to pull apart, okay? Now, is the difficult part of this. You just set that sucker right in the center, okay? Ta and da. Now, the only thing, I do like a pretty dish, right? I just made banana bread and mixed it with a Danish whisk. I made chocolate chip banana bread the other night. It's so good. All right, so there are my potatoes all the way around. See how I make the hole in the middle? That's where the sauerkraut goes. Now, let me move this lid and wipe my hands. Let me wipe my hands. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you. All right. I am going to have to get a bowl dirty. And here's the reason why. My grocery store, I like Bavarian sauerkraut. I am not just all jazzy about plain old, oops, I got liquid on me, plain old icky sauerkraut. But I went to the grocery store this morning and this was it. They had no Bavarian sauerkraut. Okay, so what is the difference? Regular sauerkraut and Bavarian sauerkraut, as my mother reminded me this morning. The first thing I'm gonna do is, let me see, I need hold on, oh here, I'll just use the can. I'm gonna drain that liquid off, because I don't always, oh I'm making a mess, look at that. But I don't need all that liquid in there. All right, so that's there. Now I have to clean up the mess I made. I love carrot, but my mother reminded me that the difference between regular sauerkraut and Bavarian sauerkraut is not just the caraway seeds. It's also the sugar, all right? So I just have a can of regular old icky, no, it's fine, sauerkraut, and I'm gonna add a teaspoon of sugar to it. Sugar, oh, that's a half. Yes, because the two differences between regular and Bavarian, good morning, Irene. Thank you, Debbie. Hey, Nell from North Carolina, is that it is a little bit more tender and it has sugar, it's sweeter, and it has caraway seeds in it. I love caraway seeds. These are the seeds that you would find like on a rye bread. Oh, I love caraway seeds. All right, so that's all I've done to that, and then I'm just gonna give that a toss, all right? And so hopefully then that sugar and those caraway seeds will take that 68-cent can of sauerkraut and raise it to the next level of the sauerkraut that I love. You know I usually make my own sauerkraut, but I didn't plan ahead. Bad Cindy. All right, good morning, Deborah, good to see you. All right, so now remember, I left a hole in the center of my sausage. So I'm just gonna, look at that. Did you know that your Danish batter whisk, look at that, it holds the stuff. I just love my Danish batter whisk. All right, so I fill the sausage hole. That just doesn't sound good, does it? The sausage with, this is another one of my favorite patterns. Isn't this beautiful? It's called Moonlight. Moonlight. Okay, there we go. Sauerkraut is in the middle. Ta and da. Look at that. Is that a gorgeous? It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell ya. Gorgeous. Hello from Mississippi. All right, here we go. Lid on. You don't have a lid for your baking dish, or you're not making this in a roasting pan, slap some tin foil over there and you'll be all good. Good morning, Suzanne. All right, into a 350-degree oven we go. Oops. Oh. Okay, we gotta clean and move to the next thing. So that's gonna be our main dish. Now, I'm gonna work on dessert a little bit first before we get to our salad. We just made this recipe. And so, hold on. Oof. We just made this recipe on Saturday. So you're gonna be going, didn't we just make this? Yes. And you use brown sugar if you need to. Good to know. I probably could have done that. All right, so we're gonna make our spiced dip to go on our brown sugar cinnamon apples, because that's what we're having for dessert. Yum. Yes, the new puppy loves Cindy's Kitchen. You know what? I should have used brown sugar. Next time I will. Thank you guys for see, that's a good thing about us. We get to share stuff. All right, this is just plain old whipped topping from the grocery store, store brand, although it does say extra creamy. Yum. Now, we made this. Remember, I keep it in my little to-go mug. But if you didn't watch on Wednesday or on Sunday, Saturday, I haven't had an adult beverage this morning yet, I promise. If you did not watch on Saturday, this spice dip mix is a cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a half a teaspoon of ground cloves. Okay, so that's what it is. But it makes enough, right, to do, I keep. All right, and as long as you keep it in a sealed container, you're good. It's okay, Debbie. Hi, Patty. All right, so we're gonna use 4 tablespoons of our spiced dip mix. Lisa, are you having homemade gourmet flashbacks? Okay, there we go. 4 tablespoons in there. I am going to, look, I know, you guys are rolling your eyes. I should go take this and wash it, right? But I'm not going to. I'm just gonna wipe it off. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You guys aren't eating at my house anyway, right? It's just us. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna take the batter whisk and go here. All right, when Lisa and Vicky and Sherilyn and Rebecca and I all worked for the company called Homemade Gourmet, this was a staple in all of our homes, right? Because this spice dip, now you don't have to use Cool Whip. You can use yogurt if you like yogurt. I like bagged sauerkraut. Rinse and squeeze, couple of tablespoons of brown sugar. Oh, sauteed onions. Okay, Susan, good. See, you guys are giving me great ideas. I just usually make it from scratch in my, what's that called? My fermentation crock. I couldn't think of the words. I'm having a mature moment. Do you guys ever have mature moments? I have those where my brain stops working. All right, there we go. Philip used to say when it happened, we are virtually eating your food, no calories. There you go. Hi, Terry. The last ingredient for the whipped cream. It was a cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and a half a teaspoon of ground cloves. Okay? All right. All right. Now we're gonna put the lid on this, put it in the fridge, 30 minutes, because we want it to all, get all yummy. So in the fridge it goes. Ta and da. Now we gotta get our apples going, because we're doing dessert first, right? Here's what I did. Normally, when I make this recipe, I just use 1 apple, because normally it's for me. Or even if there's, a big apple, Philip and I maybe. But it's dinner, so I'm using 3 apples. And I decided to mix the flavors. So this one is called a Pink Lady. This one is a Fuji. And this, of course, you know, there's the green apple. Like that one. This is my favorite with brie. All right, you know what I haven't said yet, right? Have you been waiting? I'm not gonna say it yet. I'll do it in a bit. So those of you who are brand new, we're gonna cut up our apples. Let me get it in a bowl. Look at my pretty bowl. All right, for those of you who are brand new, anybody brand new? Anybody never been on Cindy's Kitchen before? Don't forget, if you're brand new, make sure you tell us where you're from. Tell us. That's it, Kim. I haven't said it. Loisanne. Brenda, you guys know. I'm so predictable, aren't I? So predictable. All right, so I'm going to cut my apples so that I have, you know what I don't have? Okay. No, I'm not going to do it yet. I've been trying to pay attention. I had no idea that I say the same things over and over and over again. And so I've really tried to pay attention to not be so predictable. And because, you know, that one guy made fun of me and said, if he had to hear me say la 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 again, it was gonna drive him nuts. I bet he's not watching. I'm just saying. All right, so here's our apples. I'm gonna dice these up too. You can slice, you can peel them if you so desire. Lazy girl here. Lazy girl decided not to. You can get your vegetable peeler and go to town. Lazy girl decided not to. All right, ready? La 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 la. There we go. I did it. I can't help myself, can I? Anyway, for those of you who are new or weren't around, thank you, Brenda. From the beginning, we started, this channel actually started on March the 20th. I had done 2 shows previously on my personal Facebook page. And I started because COVID started. And my husband is the director of an ICU, and he had to move out, right? Because back then, they weren't really sure how everything spread. They didn't have a whole lot of PPE, personal protection equipment. And so he was really afraid that he would bring it home from the ICU to the girls and I. And so, because I have 2 daughters. And so he and another doctor moved in together. Well, they stayed in a hotel for a couple of weeks, and that got too expensive. So anyway, into an apartment they went. So I was alone for 87 days. Well, I mean, I had the children, but you know how teenagers are, right? They go in their room and never come out. Well, I'm sorry. They come out and they ask, what's for dinner? And then, and I almost said, watch the show. They don't care about that. According to your children, you know, they just roll their eyes at you. They're so smart and we are so dumb. Of course, I probably did the same thing to my mother. And since she's watching, Mother, you don't need to tell everybody that I did it to you as well, right? All right, here we go. The apple thing is taking a bit. But I didn't want to do them any earlier because, you know, they start to come. Speaking of COVID, I'm locked in my room with COVID now. Oh, Lisa, are you having any bad symptoms? I'm so sorry. Heidi's watching with us. Heidi's all better now and negative. Philip is negative. I don't know, anybody else have COVID and now you're all better? Because if you have COVID and you didn't get better, you probably wouldn't be on here, right? That's bad. All right, this is a lot of apple, but I'm making for 4, a dinner for 4. So obviously, you could cut it down to whatever you want. If you're making it for yourself, just do 1 apple. If you're making it for 2 of you, it's kind of like potatoes. If I'm doing something, I usually figure a potato a person, okay? And the same thing with the apple. I'm figuring an apple a person. Of course, those potatoes I used were humongous, I tell you. Jenny Jones Patterson is on. Jenny and I went to high school as well. Another one of those. She's just like Shelly. She's got the, I don't know, just, she's a beautiful person, but a beautiful spirit as well. Just a beautiful heart. And I say that, you know, it's so weird. Oh, you're waiting to get called for the shot. Yeah, I'm in group 1B. So I haven't been called either. I say that about certain people. You know, I haven't seen anybody like from high school since I left, you know, since I graduated in 1983. But, you know, you can say bad things about Facebook, and, you know, everything has good and bad. But it really has been nice to catch up with people that I went to high school with, and college, and law school, and church, and, you know, everywhere. Not too bad. Being diligent with what the doctor, since I'm a diabetic with high blood pressure. Oh, you do. Yeah, everybody has to test if you're getting a surgery. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. Don't move that guy to habit. All right, so here's all my apples. Now we're going to need some brown sugar. Brown sugar, baby. Now, for one apple, as a general rule, for one apple, I use 2 tablespoons. Because, you know, I use big apples. Lisa, we're praying for you to get well. So I used 3 apples, so I'm going to use 6 tablespoons of brown sugar. You don't have to. If you think that that's too much sugar, that's okay. You know, do whatever you need. And then I'm also going to use about a tablespoon, about a tablespoon of cinnamon. Now this, of course, is my Saigon cinnamon that my friend Joanne sent me. And since she's turned me on to Saigon cinnamon, I can't use anything else. Thanks so much, Joanne. All right, so, and then to this, well, let's give it a toss. My whisk has been washed magically. Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Wasn't that the Wiggles? Oh, I could not stand, when my kids were little, I could not stand the Wiggles. The Wiggles, and who were the other ones? The Teletubbies. Did your kids watch the Wiggles or the Teletubbies? Now, you don't have to do this, because normally I do this to keep, you know, a little lemon juice so your apples don't turn. What do you use to keep your brown sugar soft? I'm just going to put a squirt in there. Nothing, Jan. I just put it, you can put a piece of bread in, that's fine. I just keep it in here. See? There's nothing on here. I just put it in there and put the lid on it. So there you go. But you can put a piece of bread in there. That'll do it. I'll deliver the next container of cinnamon Saigon. Oh, and Grey Goose. Oh my. I love Grey Goose. That is one of my favorite. Okay, there we go. Look how big. This is big enough for all. All right, so there we go. What do we have to do next? The last part of this is going in the microwave. We're not even baking it. I know it's called baked, and you certainly can put this in your oven and bake it, but I'm just gonna stick it in the microwave. I've got a half a stick of butter. A half a stick of butter. They watch Barney. Oh, Bess. No, that was another no-no in our house. Philip changed the words. What did he change the words? What was it? I love you, you love me. That's it. Okay. Philip changed the words. I love you, you love me. Let's hang Barney from a tree. I mean, he hated that dinosaur. And so, yeah, Barney was not allowed in our house. I don't know why he hated it so much, but Philip just did not like the dinosaur. All right, there we go. Look at that. How lovely is this? Texas must have lower humidity than Virginia because mine, no. Louisiana, it's like, Louisiana, it's Houston. Oh my Lord, the humidity is terrible here all the time. All right, paper towel on the top, stick in the microwave. I'm gonna go for, I usually do it for 2 minutes. So we're gonna do it for 2 minutes and then take a look, all right? All right, 2 minutes in the microwave. Okay, so how cool is this? We have dinner in the oven. If you came on late, sausage, sauerkraut, and potatoes. In the oven, baking. It'll be done by the time we're ready to eat. Really? Then we made a spiced dip Cool Whip topping that's gonna go on our brown sugar cinnamon apples that are now in the microwave. Woo, woo, woo. Thank you. All right, so brown sugar away. No, Houston is terrible with humidity. I mean, just, ugh. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do, let's flip this. Ta-da. And then, let me give this a wipe down. We're gonna work on our salad because we need a salad. Now, you know, hello, Rebecca, good to see you. I have to use my favorite dishes. So I used my covered baker already and use bread. No, I don't even put anything in there. It's something about the Polish pottery. Mine doesn't turn hard. I don't know. Anyway, since it's my 200th show, I'm using the dishes that I love. And so, this is my favorite bowl, Southern Belle, my favorite pattern. And so, we're gonna make our salad in here. Now, we've done this one before too. It is the White Balsamic Caprese and Cucumber Salad. Easy peasy. Everybody say happy birthday to Rebecca. Today she is 45. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rebecca. Happy birthday to you. I wish I was there in person. I would bring you something. Sorry. Hey, Anne from the UK is on. Good to see you. All right, so we need tomatoes because it's a caprese salad. I'm gonna use 3. You can use whatever kind of tomatoes you have. If you like the Roma tomatoes or the cheaper tomatoes, not always the greatest flavor, but that's up to you, right? The big beefsteak tomatoes, it's just kind of a hit or miss. These are the ones that were on the vine, so they were a little bit more expensive. I want to say the Roma tomatoes were 78 cents a pound, and these were 98 cents a pound. So I paid a little bit more, but a better tomato. I got so spoiled. Do you get spoiled when it's tomato season? Remember when we made everything tomato because Jessica had all the yellow tomatoes and the tiger tomatoes. What were those called, Jessica? Green tiger tomatoes. Oh, those were good. Do you remember when we made the tomato pie? Oh my goodness. Jessica and I were talking about the tomato pie today. Oh, so. And so, there's a big difference between tomatoes that you get at a farmer's market, fruit stand, or that you grow yourself, and the ones at the grocery store. There shouldn't be, but I'm just telling you, there is. So there you go. Okay, I saw a good argument back and forth on, oh, you know what? Let me ask a favor. I never ask this. I never do. But since it is our 200th episode, I would like to ask if you all would share the video. You can share it privately, so it's just your friends. So you don't have to invite every nut in the block to the party. But, it is our 200th episode. It would be really cool if you would. There you go. And then the second thing I'm going to ask, and this is like my birthday present to Rebecca. Although, if nobody does it, it will be a pretty yucky birthday present. But there you go. So Rebecca is the owner of More Polish Pottery. You guys know that, right? And so she has an app where she does live shows where she sells the Polish pottery. That's where I buy all mine. And so if you would, you don't have to do it this very second, but when we get off the show, go to your app store. Okay, 3 tomatoes I did. Now, English cucumber. Look how big this is. I'm only going to use half. I'm only going to use half of the English cucumber because it's really big. I'll use the other half for something else. Go to your app store, whether it be the Apple App Store or Google Play, whichever you have, and download the More Polish Pottery app. It's free. It's free. And then you link it with your Facebook account, unless you're not on Facebook anymore. A lot of people are moving off of different social medias. I'm trying to find some alternatives because I don't want to lose any of you guys. I don't. And I know that there are some people that are saying that they're going to leave Facebook. I really don't have any plans to leave Facebook, but I know a lot of people are thinking about it. And so I've been trying to find some alternatives that we can also have a live show. So we'll see what's going on. It doesn't matter whether you're on the app for, oh good, Linda. It doesn't matter if you cut your cucumbers in a round or a half moon or a dice. The only thing I would suggest is that maybe you cut your tomatoes and your cucumbers in the same shape. And why would I say that? Because what do I love? When I'm eating, what is important to me? You guys know the answer. After 200 episodes, you know the la la la. What is the other thing that is so important to Cindy? Okay, now we need some basil because a caprese salad has basil in it. All right, so we're gonna chop up some basil. There you go, the perfect bite. I could possibly do them on YouTube. There's an idea, we'll check that out. I know that you can't use your phone on YouTube unless you have 1,000 subscribers. And I have 320. So I have 320 subscribers on YouTube, not 1,000. So I don't think I could do it with my phone, but maybe with an iPad or a laptop. I'm not certain. We'll check that out. We will check that out. But I don't want to lose my Facebook friends. Because you guys, that's how we started. Okay, there we go. Big old wad of basil. You're the only reason I'm still on. Oh, Janet, you are just lovely. I love you. Okay, I'm going to roll it up like a little cigar. And then we're going to, what's our word? Do you remember when we roll it up like this and cut it into thin ribbons? I taught you this word a long time ago. What is the word? What are we doing to our basil? It starts with a CH. Shh. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? Come on. Okay. Let me get this all. Chiffonade. There you go. Oh, look at that. Look how pretty. Oh, okay, basil is in. Chiffonade. There we go. All right, so we have our tomato, we have our cucumber, we have our basil. Now we're gonna need some mozzarella. You can certainly buy mozzarella and cut it. That's fine. I'm lazy and I bought, this is the mozzarella pearls. Can you see that? And so they're little bitty. I'm gonna open it up. Although, you know what's really funny? I always like how these things say, open here for easy opening, right? And then you're like, okay, that is not easy. And I am not getting it open. Look at this. Okay. There we go. Chiffonade. Hello, Chris. You want my bowl. I know, isn't it pretty? It is my favorite bowl. It is my favorite bowl. I do try to use it as often as possible. The other day, for lunch or for dinner, I made myself a salad, and it really wasn't even that big of a salad. I put it in this bowl. And I went and sat in my bed and ate my salad out of my beautiful bowl. Ah! Okay, so this is what they look like. See, they're little bitty kind of pearls of mozzarella cheese. If your store doesn't sell these and you want to you could buy some mozzarella. If you remember, we had a whole show and we made fresh mozzarella. Oh my goodness. Do you guys remember when we made fresh mozzarella? That was a nightmare, wasn't it? Oh, and I'm going to put all of this in here because what is a caprese salad without the mozzarella, right? I'm making fun of, you know who. Mozzarella. All right, so I'm just going to break this up. La, la, la. Oh, I do so love. I do so love. Now we got to season because we have everything in here. We have tomatoes, we have cucumbers, we have mozzarella cheese, and we have our fresh basil that we've put in here, all right? Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, gorgeous, I tell you. All right, so we're gonna need salt and pepper. Let me dry my hand so I don't wanna stick my wet hand in the salt shaker, in the salt bowl. Oh, well, Barbara, you can go back and watch anything you want. You've never seen, Janet, you've never seen this? It's called Southern Belle. It's a unicat. It's kind of pricey, but all right, so I'm gonna put 2 big pinches of salt, just me, and a big pinch of pepper. La, la, la. All right, now, we know that a normal, hey Emily, I know, everybody's got a Danish batter whisk these days. It's all because of Joanne Kazanowski. She's the one that started it all. So there we go. Michael Moulton, sign up and join. Oh, you're talking to somebody. Oh my goodness, look, there is Cynthia Emery Olbert. Cynthia went to high school with us too. So now we have Shelly and Jenny and Cynthia. It's an Enid High reunion. Hello, Jenna, good to see you. All right, so we have our tomato, our cucumber, our mozzarella, our basil that we did a chiffonade on. Oh, he lives in Maine. Yes, we do need him. We are only 4 states away from having viewers in every state in the United States. We're missing, I can't see that far, Nevada, I can't see that far, Vermont, anyway, Maine. No, Maine is not on there. It's Montana, Wyoming, Vermont, and Nevada. Those are the ones we're missing. We're not missing Maine, Joanne. All right, so we did our salt and pepper, but now we know that a caprese salad, as a general rule, has olive oil and balsamic vinegar. And it's that deep, rich color, and it's wonderful. It is a great thing. Kind of turns the mozzarella a pretty dark brownish color. Yum. Ohio. Virginia. Is Virginia we need? Nope. Welcome, Dulce Candy. Good to see you. Thank you for watching. Benito, welcome from Ohio. We're not going to use that. I like this one because it's a little lighter. And we are going to use White Balsamic Vinegar. Now, this is my grocery store brand. That's why it says private selection. But any kind of white balsamic vinegar. The great thing about this one, well, the bad thing about this one is it hasn't been opened yet. Hold on, let me see if I can find the one that's already been opened, unless I used it all. Hello. Okay, I must have used it all. Really? Okay. That means I have to open a brand new one. I always try to keep one extra. I'm in Virginia. Hey, good to see you, Lois Ann. I know we need Nevada, Montana, Wyoming, and Vermont. It was a V word. Okay, now I can't. Oh, there we go. I got it off. I always try to keep whatever my seasonings are, one extra. Now, you're going to use, I would say 2 tablespoons. And you can measure. But any of you know that I don't measure very well. 2 tablespoons. I'll put the rest, you know the recipe will go in the comments. So there you go. And you're also going to need 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And I keep my olive oil in this Polish pottery little doodah here. Okay? So 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're going to give this a toss. The difference in the other balsamic vinegar, the aged, and this white, the white is, it's fruitier, it's lighter, it's not as heavy. It really gives you that kind of, And so if you haven't tried white balsamic vinegar, I encourage you. Oh, this is gorgeous. Gorgeous, I tell ya. Look, 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 look. Hello, Amy, welcome. All right, so there we go. All right, let me move. We gotta check on our apples, don't we? Let's check on our apples. I'm making a mess again. All right, let's check on our apples. And I think I'm done with this. You guys want to come and clean the kitchen? Could you come and clean the kitchen for me? Okay. All right, here's the apples. Look at this. Now, this was 2 minutes in the microwave, all right? I'm going to give this a taste. Okay, see, this still has just a little crunch left, which I like. I don't want mush. And I think if you leave them in there any longer, you get mush. That's applesauce. If you want applesauce, that's a different recipe. The great thing about this, I'm going to tilt this just a little bit. And I'm hoping you can see, well, maybe I'll do this. Look at this, that dark brown liquid. That's brown sugar and butter and apple juice. Tell me how lovely that is. Oh, all right. So this is dessert. So now we have our dessert. We have our spiced dip whipped topping that's going to go on top of that. And then we've already made our white balsamic, caprese, and cucumber salad. You know what time it is? It's time to get dinner out of the oven. Let's get our dinner out of the oven. Oh. Okay, let's see if old arthritis hands can do this. Oh, okay. Move, puppies. Move, puppies. Here we go. Are you ready for the big ta-da? Are you ready for the big ta-da? Oh, it smells so good. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Oh, yum, yum. Oh my goodness, this is awesome. Let me set this aside. Let me see if my taters are done. They are. Barbara said she would come clean the kitchen, but she's in Pennsylvania. All right. Oh my goodness. Is this the most glorious? I'm going to hold this and tilt it up. Is that a glorious looking meal? Look at that. Is that so beautiful? All right. Let's plate up, shall we? All right. I have new plates. I know that surprises you a lot. So this is my dinner plate. I am going to, just a sec. All right, I'm gonna cut some of that sausage. Remember, I scored it a little bit, and the only reason I did that is that makes it a little easier then to put on my plate, okay? All right, so I'm gonna get some sauerkraut out of the middle. Yum, yum, yum. I'm gonna get some sausage. Oh, so good. Come here, Buttercup. And then I'm gonna get potatoes. Potatoes and onions. Oh, so lovely. So lovely. Look at that. Look, I'll make it a little prettier. Ta and da. All right, so there's our dinner plate. Now I'm gonna move this aside just a bit. So that was Nannie's sausage, sauerkraut, and potatoes. And again, if you dice the potatoes up enough, 30 minutes and we're done. Now we're gonna need our salad. So I'm just gonna use this little plate that matches my big plate because they match, right? And I'm gonna put my salad on here. Look at this. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? Gorgeous, 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 I tell ya. So there's my salad. Look at this. Would you eat this for salad and your dinner plate? But wait, we have to fix our dessert bowl too. Now, this pattern didn't come with a bowl, which makes me very sad. So this is the only bowl I had that was black. Stop it, you two. So I'm using this one because it's black and it kind of matches that. All right, so I'm going to scoop up a big bunch of yummy apples. And I'm gonna get some of that yummy sauce in the bottom. Look at that. All right, then it's a whole meal. Then our whipped topping. Oh, yes. Look at that. Yum. You're jealous, I know, right? And then just to make it festive, get some caramel. Look at this. La 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 la. Okay. Wait. Is this enough food? Are we sure? We have a salad that's lovely. We have sausage, sauerkraut, and potatoes, which is lovely. We have a great dessert. But wait. Let's have a cocktail, shall we? Let's have a cocktail. I know it's not Saturday, but I have the matching glass. All right, so look at this. Reduced, 99 cents. I was there and it was reduced. It's caramel apple flavored apple juice. Caramel apple juice. So I thought, well, let's do this first. I have some vanilla vodka. Because really, let's just make it a celebration, right? I have some vanilla vodka. So I'm gonna put in a jigger of vanilla vodka. And then I'm gonna pour the rest with this. Oh, yum, yum. All right, let me give it a stir. I even have a Polish pottery knife to stir it with. There we go. Cheers, cheers. Oh my. Too bad that was on clearance and a holiday item because that is quite lovely. So there we go. Guys, I am so appreciative of the 200 shows that you guys have stuck with me. I really appreciate it. I've had so much fun with you guys, and we're not done. We'll keep going. My love to you and to all of your families. May you stay safe. May you stay happy. And from my kitchen to your kitchen, may every day be yummy. Dulce Candy. We get these plates at morepolishpottery.com. That's where I bought them. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Continue the celebration. Cheers. Love you guys, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.